Most of my life I thought respect came from what I said, being funny, clever, louder than the next guy. But the truth, nobody remembers the loud dude. They remember the man who doesn't have much to say. But when he walks in, the whole room feels it. You see, most of us think charisma is about talking, about proving ourselves, about showing off, feeling silence. And I used to do that all the time. I'd crack jokes, over explain, and try to push for attention, try to get noticed. And all it did was make me forgettable. Because when you're always talking, you're not really saying anything. You're not saying much at all. You see, there was this night out that I'll never forget. I was doing the most, trying to impress, talking non-stop, just talking nothing. And this one dude walks in, right? Doesn't say much, barely talked, but people gravitated toward him. Girls leaned in, guys respected him, and meanwhile, I was just background noise. You see, that night I realized presence had nothing to do with words. It had everything to do with energy. So I started testing it for myself. Instead of trying to be seen, I just started being, quiet, observing, relaxed. And the crazy thing happened. You see, people started noticing me more. Not because I was trying to stand out, but because I wasn't. And that's when it clicked, right? Magnetism isn't something that you perform, it's something that you own. So here's what I learned. Silence carries weight when you're grounded. Stillness is power because most men can't sit still without fidgeting. People feel when you're unshaken, when you're not looking for approval. It's not about having the right line, it's about being the man who doesn't need one. Now, I'm not going to give you some cheesy top 10 hacks, but here's what actually changed me. I slowed down my responses. I stopped rushing to fill the silence and just let it hang, right? I fixed my posture, shoulders back, chin up, calm breathing. You see, that alone changes how people react. I trained my body. You see, when you actually respect yourself physically, presence follows. I kept my words short. I stopped over explaining. I said less. But when I spoke it, I meant it. I grounded myself. For me, it was prayer, journaling. For you, it might be something else. The point is, you need to know what centers you. You see, none of this was instant, but over time, people started looking at me different. And I didn't even have to try. Now, if you're skeptical, try this. Next time that you're in a group, talk less than usual. Just pause, for a few seconds before answering. Notice how people lean in when the silence stretches. Or even simpler, walk into a room and just say nothing for the first few minutes. Just observe, just chill, just be cool, calm, and collected, like James Bond or Bruce Wayne. Just watch how much more magnetic you feel compared to when you're scrambling and scurrying for attention. Now look, man, you don't need to perform to be respected. You don't need to chase attention. The most magnetic men are the ones who can walk in, stay calm, and let everyone else feel it. And that's what I'm working on every day, building that stoic mind, athletic body, and the magnetic presence. So if you want structure, I'll put together a free 7-day masculine reset that you can grab below for free. But even if you don't, just try the silence experiment this week. You'll see what I mean. Catch you guys in the next one.